Chào mừng quý vị và các bạn đến với chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh trên kênh truyền hình FBNC. Và trong chương trình ngày hôm nay thì chúng ta sẽ thảo luận về một vấn đề chúng tôi nghĩ là rất bổ ích cho các bạn khởi nghiệp. Đó là vấn đề tìm nguồn vốn từ các nhà đầu tư angel investors, hay ở Việt Nam thì chúng ta thường hay gọi với tên là những nhà đầu tư thiên thần. Trong chương trình ngày hôm nay chúng ta sẽ nghe thêm những quan điểm từ hai vị khách mời là những người đang rất quan tâm đến chủ đề này và có nhiều kinh nghiệm. Xin mời quý vị cùng gặp gỡ với cô Susan Yamada, hiện là giám đốc điều hành Trung tâm Khởi nghiệp Châu Á, Đại học Hawaii, Hoa Kỳ. Cô cũng là thành viên sáng lập của Hawaii Angels, là một mạng lưới của các nhà đầu tư. Và xin được giới thiệu thầy Tùng Bùi, là giáo sư Đại học Hawaii tại Hoa Kỳ, hiện là giám đốc chương trình MBA của Đại học Hawaii tại Việt Nam. Well, thank you so much for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Hello.
So, Susan, I'm going to get started with you. You are a founding members of Hawaii Angels.
That's right.
Which is a network of investment club, a network of angel investors.
That's right. We have about 70 in our club in Hawaii.
So, why are you interested in Vietnam's market?
I think Vietnam has a lot of potential. It's a quickly emerging market. It seems like there's a lot of good energy here as far as entrepreneurs wanting to do things. And I think they just need a little bit of funding in order to really take some big strides and make some big revenue. There's a lot of holes in the market, I think, that a little bit of capital could help, an early mover really take advantage of those holes in the market right now.
For young startup and entrepreneurs, what do they need to know more about angel investors? What are some of the big misunderstandings?
So I think angel investors, we want our money back plus more.
Okay.
A typical angel investment, when we go into an investment, if we're going to invest any money, we want at least a 5 to 10 times return on our investment. So if we're going to be putting in $100,000, we want at least $500,000 back on our investment. And so we're not your mother, we're not your auntie, we want our money back.
Okay, so Dr. Tung, based on your experience in the local markets, how is the energy right now, the spirit of entrepreneurs and startup in Vietnam in terms of getting financed by angel investors?
One thing I'm very encouraged about Vietnam is that to me, almost every single Vietnamese is entrepreneur. Vietnamese people are so full of ideas, and their drive for making their life better is much higher than any other country I have seen in the world. I guess there are two issues that we are trying to work on as part of the University of Hawaii in Vietnam, is to support the new generations of entrepreneurs on two areas. One is to help them approach the implementation of the business idea in a more scientific way, in a more compelling way, in a way that makes angel investors more interested in, not just a vague idea, but something that minimizes their risk and has a high potential of giving them the opportunity to make money. And the second idea that we would like to have is, in the future, try to come up with a starting fund for people interested in supporting startups to start investing in those companies.
Okay.
And you know that those activities are very high risks. And therefore, what we would like to do is to have a University of Hawaii Angel Investment Chapter in Ho Chi Minh City, consisting of many founding members who are basically the alumni of the University of Hawaii, because they have been together with us for at least 2 years or more. So they know each other, they trust each other, they know the political landscape, and then they could diversify their fund. An interesting thing about about startup companies in Vietnam is that they don't require a lot of startup money.
Okay.
We had the seminar 2 days ago, and most of the new companies, and young aspiring entrepreneurs, they hope to raise only like $50,000 to $100,000,
Right.
as opposed to like $500,000 or $1 million in the U.S. And therefore, I think it's a little bit easier for us to assemble this amount of money.
Okay.
So the idea of the angel chapter in Vietnam is we are not going to ask angel investors to put a single person to put in $50,000. It might still be a lot of money. But if we have like 20 members liking one idea, and then each of those people put in like $2,500 to $5,000, that would diversify the risk. That would be something that they would entertain, and that would at least give us enough money to help a young startup.
Okay, so you're trying to create a network of angel investors in Vietnam.
That's right.
But I mean, who's going to join it? I mean, what is the typical profile of an angel investor?
So in the United States, it's very clear. The Securities Exchange Commission says you need to have net worth of at least $1 million, not including your home.
All right.
And you need to have made $200,000 a year in each of the last 2 years. So they want to see sophisticated investors who are knowledgeable about investments, making these kinds of angel investments because they are so high risk. And every time an entrepreneur comes and tells you their story, it always sounds so compelling. It sounds like it's a guarantee that you're going to make money.
Yeah.
But it is very much a high risk game.
But do they have investing experience now for the investment?
Usually angel investors, when they first start, they typically don't have a lot of experience. They have money, they're interested. A lot of it, you can't underplay. It's a social aspect that you meet monthly with, other like sorts of business people. And so a good angel network will also educate their members, and some of the newer members follow some of the older members and begin to learn how deals are done.
So that's the criteria for angel investor in America. But how about in Vietnam? Do you have any criteria to attract members?
We are still working out on the concept here, but we did some brainstorming yesterday afternoon about who we would invite to be the founding members of the Hawaii Angel Investors Charter here. The lucky thing is that within our Wembai alumni, we have quite a few very successful business people. So I don't think we would have any problem collecting or grouping a group of very affluent investors. And basically, the only thing that we are looking for actually are the people who are willing to help supporting the young startups. And I'm very confident that we have absolutely no problem within our Wembai network, the University of Hawaii MBA network, to find supporting members.
Oh, thank you for sharing. We'll get back to that after a short break. Thank you. Thưa quý vị, vừa rồi là những chia sẻ của hai vị khách mời liên quan đến chủ đề là tạo ra một mạng lưới nhà đầu tư angel investor dành cho các bạn trẻ khởi nghiệp. Chúng tôi sẽ còn quay lại trong phần tiếp theo. Quý vị có thể xem lại đoạn phỏng vấn này trên trang web fpnc.vn hoặc là facebook.com/đồng tiền thông minh.